for looking and sneaking.
Oh my god.
I think we should definitely look at some other stuff.
Rafflevar is just going to find a nice quiet spot and meditate or something while he waits for everyone.
Zelos does point out to Ensa that there are several cultists in the cultist part of the caravan that would recognize him. And although he is very curious about the roguish figures that have joined them, he feels he needs to hang close to the wagon and just keep a low profile and tend to captures.
Yeah, that's one thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's one thing that you did notice, Zelos. You noticed that several times throughout the day, you noticed that these rogue figures were definitely paying attention to you. And you in particular.
Keep my head up and my head down.
That's fine, I just need a distraction, and I slowly start turning my head towards Tiberius.
That's the Quailish of Apparatus.
So what does that mean? You want me to help you?
My token.
I'll help you.
I took a screenshot of it.
The crabs are getting bigger.
They made the actual token for me, and I appreciate.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and grab Carl the goat, and I'll pull Carl the goat. I'm going to put a little, I'll pull him with his rope and pull him up, kind of near the fire. And what I'm going to do with Carl the goat to keep everybody distracted is very loudly.
No problem,
I'm going to
Jefferson.
start
Thanks
trying
for
to
hanging
train
out tonight,
Carl
buddy.
some tricks. I'm going to see if I can train a goat to sit. So I'll get some goat treats in my hand, and for the next 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to be trying to loudly train Carl the goat to sit. So I'll push the bottom of his bottom down, and I'll go sit. And I'll give him like a signal with my hand.
Okay.
And then I'll give him a treat. Good,
Why
Carl.
don't you give me an animal handling skill check for that? It's based
Okay,
off of
I'll try
wisdom,
that.
so I think you're +4 with that.
I'm
So,
+4 on wisdom.
absolutely.
Here it goes.
Yeah. Orbitatus, thank you very much, Orbitatus, for
So
the
I
follow.
roll
I
it
Also helps
appreciate
that
rolling the
Carl is
dice,
still
but there's a
in
little
love
bit of
with you.
lag or something.
No problem. But yeah, Zelos, you definitely noticed that both these figures, they were paying attention to you. They were checking out the entire party, but being a dexterous rogue like yourself, one that's with the shadows, you notice that these guys were definitely paying attention to you, and to you in particular. Two Daves, thanks a lot for the follow, Two Daves. I appreciate it.
Dave, I have to interrupt you.
I appreciate
for a
it
second.
big
My
time.
apologies. But every time I try to roll, it says there's an error fetching your roll. Please try again, and I've tried like 3 times.
Okay.
Do you want to just
do
roll
4.
for me in the roll cup?
You don't have to do +4.
Why don't you roll?
Just do 4. Are you adding +4?
Oh,
in
just
there?
do 4.
Just 4.
Oh, I must
Just
be
do
doing that like an idiot. Sorry.
Sorry, I know everybody's got their first time playing. It's no problem.
Yeah, it's not my first time. That's the problem. Well, I did it without doing a +4, and it still says the same thing. I'll log into Roll20 and log back, but if you want, you can just roll the D20 for me on the change cup, and
You
then
know what?
I'll just.
That's
let me
what I'm
just-
doing. The change.
All right.
cup.
in the
Here,
change
Sonny,
cup, just
my
like in
change
Wendy's,
cup,
Change in the change
yeah.
cup.
Here we go.
Just roll
Where's
a
the
D20, and
beef?
I'll log out real fast and log back in.
It's messing up for
Can
me
you not
too.
even roll like a basic dice? No?
Oh shit! I just
Just
dropped
the
my
D20
fucking
and-
dice.
Just roll the D20 and add 4 to it. I'm going to log back out. Excuse me, I'll just do this real fast.
Yeah, I don't think logging out is going to matter because it's not working for me either. So I'm going to go ahead and do a D20 +4. Oh wow! Holy shit! Look what I rolled.
Oh my god, what is it?
I rolled a 20.
Yeah, baby!
I swear I rolled a
to
20.
sit.
He definitely appears to be obeying. He's actually, obeying your commands. He's liking the treats that you're giving him. What were you giving him again?
Purina goat snack. I have no idea. I don't know what goats eat. I'm gonna assume little chunks of tin can. I mean, I don't really have any idea. But we've had to be feeding him something, so I'm giving him those.
So if you guys want to use the dice roller seems to be working. So the dice roller is definitely working.
Well, I can't log back in. It's actually crashing every time I try. But
Nice.
I can listen in on TeamSpeak, so we're golden there.
Yeah, we're fine. So holy shit, my 20-sided die is like under the desk, and it's not like this is a big desk. So I'm gonna have to like climb down and get under this goddamn desk. So I'm gonna have to do that later on.
You
Okay.
should do that on break, on camera.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
No?
That's definitely for sure. So Carl,
Next week you'll need a hockey stick.
oh I know, oh my gosh, he's taking a liking to you. I mean, Tiberius, he's
Fantastic.
taking a liking to you.
And it's all about making a lot of noise and being a good distraction while 3Dex does her things, while Kinsa takes care of business. So Kinsa, what you doing?
I'm gonna go off to the side, out of the way of all these people, and hopefully him shouting at a goat to sit is enough of a distraction and transform into
Probably
a-
me training a goat to sit has got to probably gather a crowd.
I'm gonna transform into a weasel.
Okay.
Zelos has disappeared into the back of the wagon as this starts out, not wanting the attention personally.
All right, so we have Tiberius at the fire. You know, he's at the fire teaching Carl. The chickens are running around. The chickens are humping each other, whatever they're doing, whatever chickens do. So what about Rafavar? What are you doing, Rafavar? Misty's gone. She had to she just basically disappeared.
Rafflevar is pretty much just off in a quiet spot meditating.
All right, Doral, he's around the
Getting
campfire.
drunk.
He's sleeping and getting drunk. Kent's is a weasel, so
He's
now there's
working on the wine.
is the weasel around the campfire?
No, I told you I went off out of the way of everyone.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had come back or
Enough of a
not.
distraction.
So you're just a
Oh, as a
weasel
weasel,
off out in the perimeter of the parameter of the camp, or
Yeah, but I'm gonna head towards another one of the 3 camps that wasn't the one that we checked before.
okay. So what are you checking for?
It said that there was items from the cave in one of the caravans or something. Like Zelos and Misty told the party that, and they were looking for that. And then me and Doral, I think, went to look up for one, and he distracted them. And then he went and told someone I was a druid. So I'm just moving on to the next target, basically.
Yeah, I'm totally lost on that. So
Well, there was 3 caravans that they recognized, wasn't there, of cultists, and then more joined. Yeah.
yeah, there was 2 robed figures, and I mean, yeah, actually you had noticed that. Man,
No, I mean like back in Baldur's Gate, there was like 3, and then they got more caravans.
oh, there's total there's like a dozen wagons or so.
Yeah,
Is
but I'm saying the 3 that were original. We've done one of them, haven't we?
Oh, with the cultist, right? The cultist wagons.
Yeah, the cultists.
Yeah, well, Misty, when she was with her imp found out that there would be some two mysterious figures that would be joining the caravan at Daggerford. You heard nothing about these things joining at Dragonspear Castle. So you don't know if these are the mysterious figures, or because in another 4 to 5 days you're going to be in Daggerford. So you don't know if the mysterious figures have joined early or whatnot. So I can tell you that much, because Misty did share that with the party.
Apparently, roll 20's down. It's a site outage.
No problem. We'll keep going. So out of the other wagons, you did notice as a weasel, though, you did notice that there was a lot of boxes and crates in these wagons. And in some of the actual crates and boxes, Kensa, you could see stuff sticking out like candelabras and what appears to be like pieces of items that are made out of silver and gold.
So nothing like out of the ordinary, just like junk, basically.
Silver and gold. I mean, I don't know if that's junk, but
Well,
yeah.
valuable junk, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, items. There's like picture frames with pictures. A lot of stuff like that. One of the wagons has a lot of portraits in it.
So if I was to guess, they seem to be gaining a hoard of treasure.
That's what it appears. Yeah, that's what it appears that are in these wagons. A massive hoard of treasure, with a bunch of guards protecting it.
I'll go sneak off back to the side of the camp and turn human, the same place that I turned into a weasel, so it doesn't look too weird.
Okay, so I wasn't even going to make you do any stealth checks or anything like that because you were a weasel. I mean, you're in the plains, so I'm not sure how much Misty and Zelos has told you guys, the new people, but yeah, it seems like these guys are, first off, Zelos and Misty, they were really wanting to follow this, and plus back in Greenest that the Cult of the Dragon, their hideout, they evacuated the hideout and stuff. So yeah, this is basically the Hoard. That's why you guys are here. So you've basically just confirmed that that everything in this whole caravan and the cultist portion of the caravan is just nothing but things made of silver, made of gold, made of other precious metals, and just boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff.
Yeah, I come to think of it, they haven't told us too much. Like, in character, they haven't really told us that much.
Now's the chance. Now's your opportunity.
But yeah, I walk back to the campfire.
So, I got one question for you. Did you put elf ears on your picture?
No, they're prosthetics. I can wear them in real life.
Oh, so you're actually wearing those ears. Okay, I gotcha. I didn't know if you, I was like, are those elf ears? I was like, and I had to click on them. I'm like, those are elf ears. Nice.
Now, Dave, that was embarrassing. You lucky that she didn't have just big ears. That would have been a faux pas right there. You should respond to that. Oh, no, that's just my ears. That's a terrible ear accident.
Oh, my goodness. You're going to get me in trouble. Dex
Those are the tips of her wings.
punch
She's
me
actually
now.
a griffin.
I'm actually...
And she's ejecting griffin grease out of her griffin ears. And Rogar's just
That's
there
right.
with his vial. I'm getting my griffin grease. All right, so you're going back to the camp there, Kensa, after what you've discovered?
Yep.
All right. So you get back to the camp. You see the dwarf is passed out, and Zelos is not around. Well, Misty's gone. The monk is there, kind of off on the side. And Tiberius is there with Carl the goat. And the goat's actually sitting, and he's like kind of, Tiberius is on like a knee, kind of giving him treats and stuff, and Carl's liking it. Carl hasn't seemed more happy, Kensa. And you've talked to Carl, and Carl seems pretty happy.
Now I can't eat him. He's grown attached to someone.
Mm.
Oh, wait. We were going to eat him?
Once your dinner has a name, it's tough to eat.
I thought that this goat was going to be like our garbage disposal, and we just threw stuff out, and he chomped it. Oh, well.
Yeah, that was your plan, and this was my plan. He's
That's
grown
right.
attached to someone.
Carl's plan was to adopt a master.
Well, as soon as I see Kensa come out, I'm going to say, hey, Kensa, watch this. Carl, sit. And he sits down real fast.
Let me give you
wagging
another
his
roll
little
for
Carl
that.
tail.
Let's give you another roll for
Oh.
that. And I'm going to give you
So
advantage.
I didn't actually get him trained, huh?
I'm going to give you
All right,
advantage.
do another roll and add 4.
I'm going to give you advantage. So you're pretty lucky because my 2 rolls are a 1 and an 18. So,
Snap.
yeah, Carl actually sits down. 1 and
So
18.
Carl sits down, and I scruff him under the chin on his little billy goat beard that I'm sure all goats have, and I give him a couple of pats on the side of his hide, and then I'll go ahead and hook the rope back up to him and hitch him back to his area on the trailer so I can get information on what Kens has found.
It just seems to be a giant hoard of treasure.
Now that the distraction is over, Zelos exits the wagon and approaches Tiberius and Kensa. Hear what your herd work will be.
It
So,
just seems to be a giant hoard of treasure. I don't know what you guys are looking for. Doesn't look too suspicious, apart from obviously there's a massive amount.
yeah, it's down,
what's
Crow.
pretty suspicious is that they're moving a giant hoard of treasure all secretly. I mean, obviously, that's suspicious in itself. I don't think most people have a giant hoard of treasure that they're moving. I mean, I know dragons sit on treasure, so are they taking treasure to a dragon? If so, why are we in this caravan?
Let me tell you what I know. These people are part of the dragon cult. They've been looting the southern part of the Sword Coast for treasure. They've been collecting it at a base camp in the southern part of Sword Coast, which Misty and I penetrated.
Oh,
And penetrated,
I mean-
thank you.
no, I mean, I
Yeah.
get that. I get that, right? That
And
they're
your fellow
dragon cults
heroes.
and everything.
And that they're collecting gold and silver for Tiamat. Now, Tiamat, of course, is the five-headed dragon that their cult is dedicated to. Do not know whether they intend to buy arms or if they're just collecting the treasure for some purpose of Tiamat. But
Well, it seems to me if they were going to buy arms, they would have melted all this gold and silver down first, made bars and shipped that. Keeping gold and treasure around like this doesn't sound like it's for trading for arms. It doesn't make efficient movement from one place to another. As for Tiamat, I don't know. I've never seen a five-headed dragon, so.
I want to
Mick
take
was
out
mentioning something.
the small ivory token of the five-headed dragon that I have from the cave at the back of the base camp. I'll show that to Kenza and to Tiberius.
Well, I mean, I've seen statues of five-headed dragons and pictures of five-headed dragons,
Yeah,
and I
there's
know
as
that
well.
Mick said something about, he heard about some five-headed dragon, but how much of that is bluster and how much of it is what he saw firsthand?
I've heard tales of this five-headed dragon as well, but I was told it was sealed away.
So what is our purpose? If our purpose is I thought our purpose here was to ascertain where they're going. I mean, we know where they're going, right? So that's not our purpose. Our purpose was
Nice,
to figure
Dan.
out what they're doing with all that treasure. We still don't really know because we don't know what's going on. Nobody's really talking about it. We've sent in a spy a couple of times. Nobody's saying, "Hey, we're bringing all this treasure to Tiamat."
Well, if I have to take a guess, they're dragon cultists, and this is what Zelos has found out. They're the worker bees taken to the queen.
There's every
That's my
likelihood they're
guess.
taking this treasure to the queen, and knowing her purpose and location would suit us very well.
Now you guys are saying queen. You don't mean like the queen being Tiamat. You're talking about the queen girl that we were talking about before, like a girl dragon.
No, we're talking about the Queen Tiamat.
The queen of the dragons.
Okay.
Queen of the
so
Dragon
we're-
Cult.
Hmm.
Sorry about that. I'm getting pizza, so my dog's going crazy here.
So
Okay,
your
so
your
then-
plan is to
Bring
run
the
up to
dog.
this dragon.
Sit.
Yeah, so
Then
that's my
what?
thing is I don't understand why we're heading towards a giant dragon that is worshipped by a buttload of cultists. There's like
This
six
is
of us or
good.
five of us, right? Well, what are we gonna do?
I
Going to
admit-
try to discern the location of Kimbat and her plans, and we're going to pass that information back along our chain to the
Because they got nothing
the
better else to do
order
in life, Puck.
and
That's why.
to the Zentarim and
Unfortunately.
the monk cult, monk group, monks. Those people are offering us a major gem for this kind of information. That's why we're here and what we're doing.
All right, I'm good with that. Even money's involved, that's fine.
So, as you guys are talking around, the camp, Zelos, you notice that these two figures are in your campsite, and they're looking directly at you. Two very tall, robed figures, over 6 foot tall.
Well, I'm sitting on my bucket and I'm tending to the wagon harness, and I'm not paying them any attention. I'm just going to play it cool. I suspect that Tiberius will be all over these strangers to find out who and what they are.
Well, I don't know how to respond. So people just appeared out of nowhere, like stealthing. They unstealthed right in the middle of our camp.
They did not unstealth. No, they basically walked right into your camp area. Two very tall robed figures. You cannot see their faces. Their robes are basically dawning down to where covering
robed.
their faces. Robed, yes.
Cool.
Robed, R-O-B-E-D. Yep.
Thought you were saying rogued.
Well, I'll be Tiberius will turn towards them and give them a little wave and say, "Good evening, fellow travelers."
Hello.
Kind of loud enough. I do it kind of loud enough so everyone in the group kind of knows what's going on, and
Well, isn't there a-
is
isn't there
is
a-
alerted.
Yeah, but isn't there a dwarf like passed out drunk?
And then
Yeah,
there's
the
another
dwarf
guy
is
that's
passed out,
concentrating
yeah.
his zen.
Yeah, the monk is up. Yep. All right, so go ahead and say that.
The monk
man.
is pretty much. The monk is pretty much out meditating and stuff, so he's like not knowing what the hell's going on around him.
We know sleeping what it looks like. You're sleeping. No.
So what are these two robed figures doing?
That is an
You tell
excellent
us.
question. Oh, I gave him a little bit of
Dave, I
time
whispered
to.
something to you.
Don't whisper to me.
I gave a little bit of time for those
you
robed
say
figures
it.
to react to my hello. How you doing tonight? And there's no reaction.
Nope. One of the robed figures moves up and pulls something out of his robe. It appears to be a stringed instrument.
Oh, a stringed instrument.
And
Oh,
two
so
of
you're gonna play us a little tune. That's wonderful. What's the other robe doing? What's the other robed guy doing? Well, I was gonna pay you, but hearing that, I don't think so. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's really talented. I'm sorry, man.
RP it out, robed figures.
Of course. And that's all. I mean, that's what the rogue figure is doing. He's just playing his stringed instrument.
Okay, so I asked, hey, can you play Stairway to Heaven Dimension? Kidding.
Free bird! Free bird!
Though I would assume one person would recognize the tune.
Are you the one who was with Nick the now?
Okay, I'm back online. Shit. Hello there. It's been a long time.
I don't believe we've ever met. But I don't know
I
if
wasn't
he's a
talking
person,
to
so-
you.
Well,
I
he's
was
away at
talking
the
to the
caravan.
thief. Who stole my money?
So the two hooded figures, they pull their hoods down, and Zelos, you literally have just seen a ghost. In your
I was
presence
hoping to see those.
is
Recognize
Krivgar
the tunes.
and Kadojo.
Silverclaw.
Silverclaw. Silverclaw and Krivgar are in your presence, Zelos. You have totally seen a ghost.
Well, my jaw drops, but I'm still not saying anything. This could be an illusion cast by an enemy.
Oh, we're no illusion. Where the hell is my money, you asshole?
Let me say that I spent it wisely, and say what you will, but we're basically traveling on your money. What are you doing here? We buried you and burned you. Hey, paso.
We weren't burned, we were buried. Governor Nighthill, feeling somewhat guilty about doing nothing to help us, decided to spend the rest of his fortune to revive me and my wimpy dragonborn friend here.
Excuse me?
Hey, you're the one who
Mr.
plays the
Dragonborn.
pan skin flute. Don't talk to me.
And you're worried about your gold being taken by this our rogue companion?
How else am I supposed to buy a katana, damn it?
You're each entitled to a third of what I have. I'll keep a third, I'll give you a third, and I'll give a third to you as well.
Where's that
On the other
warlock?
hand, what the hell are you doing here? And are you with the party again or what?
Yeah, we're with you again. Despite several
Explain to me
protests.
what happened to Rafavar and the monk. I'm just real curious about all this.
Yeah, he
The
is
monk
Maylock.
still off to the side meditating.
The dwarf is still
And
drunk
Rafavar is
sleeping.
still snoring drunk over there on that dragon wheel.
Rafavar's dead. He was the berserker. Remember?
Ralphoin was the berserker.
Rafavar?
Rafavar is the monk. that's
Rafavar
with
is the monk.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dwarf.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm just having a hard time sorting this thing out. Oh, I've got a headache. I think I've been in the wine too much.
well, Krivgar is going to ask Zelos. So, after our untimely demise not long ago, do you have any idea what happened to my pan flute?
I have absolutely no idea. I thought they buried it with you. Didn't you find it when you woke up?
Misty took it. I
Nope,
think.
it was gone.
Misty has it.
Ah, that would explain it. I don't have it. It disappeared with the disappearing mage.
Great. All I could find was the string instrument.
Not yet, Puck. I haven't heard
Much
from
better
him
than
yet.
the pan flute. Keep it up, fella.
Hey, I like the flute better, man. It sucks that I won't be able to learn the bagpipes now.
All right, so here's what's happened to kind of break in the middle of all this. All right, Silverclaw and